Hey abundant parents, it's Leah. This video was actually done to address my money, sex, mindfulness group that I participate in every month, but we're really going to be talking about those last final taboos of money and sex within the mindfulness realm. So I invite you to watch. I'll be giving you a couple prompts at the end to help you redirect your thoughts about these last two holdout taboos of the mindfulness circles. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Also, please hit the bell. I do post a new video at least once a week, sometimes more, so by hitting the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. Hi everyone, it's Leah, founder of The Abundant Parent, and also part of the trio that is Money, Sex, and Mindfulness. You guys, I have to miss our meetup this month. I'm preparing a workshop that's out of state, and so I can't make it to the meetup, but I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and I really wanted to just prepare a little bit of a video to give you all a piece of my mind. So our meetup is of course called the Money, Sex, Mindfulness, and it's all about not ignoring the fact that these three things all impact each other greatly. If we look at the definition of mindfulness, it is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. So you can see how mindfulness really impacts everything in our life. And as many of you know who follow me on my social media, through my pages, etc., I talk a lot about the law of attraction. I talk a lot about quantum physics. I talk a lot about the energy that's at work in the world and how much that energy really impacts not only our perception of our experiences, but our ability to feel like we are being able to draw what we want into our lives. So when we talk about being conscious or aware of something, like that definition of mindfulness, what does that mean for the money and sex aspects of our life? Now, I can't say that we didn't pick these two topics because we do understand that they're topics that really need to be explored more within their own realm. And definitely they're kind of the last two holdouts in the mindfulness circuit where people are still uncomfortable really being honest and vulnerable about what's going on internally when they talk about money and sexuality. They're kind of the bad boys of mindfulness, in that they still have this little bit of a taboo about them in the mindfulness circles. We have come a really long way regarding sex. We are unraveling that connection that our self-love and awareness can have in our sexuality, our sexual identity, and our relationships. The majority of married women with children that I talk to and that I coach are really disconnected from their partners. And this is an issue of their own sexual soul. What? I know, you can actually be sexual and spiritual. And this is another taboo that we are unraveling from more traditional and conservative religion. So if tapping into your inner guidance, to tapping into source energy, to tapping into the universe, to tapping into God can really improve your sex life, well, then what does that mean for money? So let's back up just a little bit. I would say money is really the last true holdout for open discussion in mindfulness circles. Interestingly, money and Western traditional religion has had a very, very long and tumultuous history with impacting one another. I mean, I'm talking Pope Kings, the Church of England. Even in the history books, you can see that this connection of money and God really leaves a bad taste in our mouths. But these problems in our lives, the roots of these problems, whether it be money or it be sex, the root of these problems is our lack of awareness with our connection to our mind, body, spirit. We are all energy. All of this is energy. The more you open up about these taboo topics that really push you out of your comfort zone, the more you create an authentic and vulnerable and better relationship with them. And with that, the more sexual and financial abundance that will appear in your life. So first, I want you to ask yourself, what is the story that you're telling yourself to help you define your sexual and financial relationship? Chances are there is a lot of excuses. There are a lot of looking outside of yourself for the cause of blame. And please don't feel like I'm pointing fingers at you. We are all guilty of this. I have especially been guilty with this. I'm still working on this myself. After you define that story that you've been telling yourself to allow things to continue to vibrate in the pattern, the energetic pattern that they have, the pattern of insufficiency. I want you to figure out what's the story you would rather have. If you could have any story about your financial abundance, about your sexual intimacy, your connections, your satisfaction, what would that story be? And then third, spend a little bit of time to figure out what are the steps between those two. What is it going to take on your part to go from insufficiency to sufficiency, from lack to abundance, from defining yourself under one category or one story to rewriting that story into one that serves you much better. Now, I will assume that you, and like myself and like many of my clients, it takes a lot of inward reflection. It takes being honest with yourself, even if that's really uncomfortable. It takes a lot of self-compassion. It takes a lot of non-judgment, and it takes hope. Hope that through taking the necessary steps that you can achieve all that you want. So I just wanted to put this video together to connect with you all, give you a little bit of my story about the money, sex, relationship aspect. It's so important, the work that we are doing in the Money, Sex, Mindfulness meetup, because we are trying to eliminate those taboos, to open up the conversation about these topics and make them as comfortable as possible, despite the patterns that we may have within ourselves of feeling uncomfortable with them. Sometimes too, just hearing that there are women that are having the same experiences and the same struggles can really change your own internal dialogue with, why is it only me feeling this way? You really learn that we are all struggling in some way, shape, and form, but the most important part is creating that awareness around it and knowing that there's always the possibility to flip that switch, to change that energetic vibration and relationship that you have with sexuality, with money, with even mindfulness, and that you can create abundance in your life. I look forward to catching you guys all at the next meetup. In the meantime, you guys can all find me on theabundantparent.com, or I'm also splattered all over the social media. I'm The Abundant Parent is my handle on everything except Twitter. On Twitter, I'm just Abundant Parent. Sending you guys all light, love, and abundance, and I'll catch you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to hear more, I do host an expert in their field every month on the Abundant Parent Community membership. I also bring in live workshops each month that I do myself. If you'd like to participate in that, go to theabundantparent.com and click on the tab that says membership. There you'll get more information about it. Thanks again, and wishing you a day full of light, love, and abundance.